Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a fragrance video that you guys have been requesting since I last uploaded my, I think it was my spring/summer fragrances, and that was a couple of months back. So I have a bunch of fragrances in front of me, and these are all fragrances that are perfect for a special occasion like a date night, even a wedding or an anniversary. Just a fragrance that you want to be very memorable. A fragrance when you walk into the room, it's like very seductive, very alluring. This is what I'm talking about when I pick up all these fragrances and show you guys. They are amazing. The lasting ability is really great for the most part when I talk about each of these fragrances. And I'm going to touch up on notes, which I haven't done much on my other fragrance videos, but I've been educating myself a little bit more when it comes to fragrances and notes and just how they wear and the dry down and all that good stuff. So I'm a little bit prepared for this one. I'm going to be talking about my favorites, but I want to hear what are your favorite fragrances for date night. Leave your comments down below. I'm always on the hunt for a new fragrance, even though I have way too many. This is just something I love to collect. I love wearing fragrances. I like to smell good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope everyone likes to smell good. So the first fragrance that I'm going to mention is fairly new. I believe it came out in March of this year, and this is from Giorgio Armani. It's part of this C collection, and this one is called Fiori. So they have, I believe, about two currently right now. No, three that are within the C collection, and this is the fourth one. Let's talk about this bottle. It is absolutely stunning, beautiful, that I put on my vanity. See you guys right behind me. It's just so feminine and elegant and very minimalistic. So I love the bottle. And this fragrance here smells absolutely incredible. From the first spray, you will get such a large, intense smell of sweetness, but not in like a horrible way. It's like in a really good way. Oh, it smells so good. You can smell the sweetness, but it really calms down once it starts to dry on your skin. It's a lot more wearable and enjoyable after a couple of seconds. So the notes within this fragrance here, I have my little paper right over here. There is blackcurrant, which I definitely smell in this fragrance initially. There's green mandarin, neroli, patchouli, which is one of my favorite ingredients within a perfume. There is oak moss, rose, vanilla, white musk. Like the combination of all of those make this fragrance so beautiful. It's very feminine, very girly, soft, a little bit powdery, and it just lingers on the skin really nicely. I feel like this is probably in the top 3 of the wear time on my skin. It wears for hours and hours and hours. It sticks on your clothes really beautifully, and overall it's just a favorite of mine. If you are going on your first date, you want like this girly sweet vibe, this is the fragrance that I would pick up. It is absolutely stunning. Next one that I'm going to talk about, this is definitely more on the seductive, sexy, vibrant side. This is Carolina Herrera, and this is Good Girl. This is the version in Legere. I think that's how you say it. This is the latest version of her Good Girl line. And this packaging, everyone talks about this particular perfume when it comes to date night and seductiveness, because it is just one of those really sexy fragrances. It's very like confident, you know what I mean? Confident in yourself type of fragrance. And the packaging is stunning. It's an eye catcher for sure. Like, I'm definitely more of the girl that loves that very minimalistic packaging, not too over the top, but this one is just, it's a work of art. So I can appreciate it. It is really beautiful in my opinion. This fragrance is, it's sexy. That's the only word to describe this one. So the notes in this one is tangerine, jasmine, tube rose, tonka bean, sandalwood, dulce de leche. So there is a original Good Girl that is more like eatable. It's more sweet. This is a little bit more woodsy and more seductive. It's really, really, really stunning on the skin. This one also wears beautifully on my skin, and it's one of my go-tos. Like if you're going on a really great date night, you got the smoky eye going on, a nice dress, this is something that I would definitely wear. I love the scent of it. The opening note is definitely sweet, but it dies down quite fast and it just becomes a very seductive, woodsy, fruity scent. It's beautiful and definitely a must within your collection. The next one that I have is an oldie, but it's definitely a goodie. It's probably one of my first high-end fragrances. For sure, yeah, it's one of my first high-end fragrances. This is what started my little collection. This is YSL's Black Opium, and it is a staple within the YSL fragrance line. Everybody loves this perfume. It is a beautiful evening date night perfume. Super, super, like almost like dark, but sweet at the same time. It is stunning. So there's black coffee in this, white flowers, vanilla. So that black coffee really makes it very, very powerful in my opinion. It's a very powerful, strong scent. It's like in between musky but then girly all at the same time because it has that vanilla and white flower intertwined in there. It is absolutely stunning. I know that they came out with a different version of this perfume, which I own, but honestly, I love this one a lot more than the latest one because the latest one I feel is a little bit more intense and it kind of takes away from that in between of the musky and the girly scent. It's just beautiful. As you guys can see, I'm almost out of this perfume because this was definitely one of my first loves when it comes to luxury perfumes and high-end perfumes. So it's just a staple. If you are into YSL fragrances, I'm sure you already have this, but if you are jumping into it, this would probably be my first option. It is stunning. So the next fragrance is another super duper popular fragrance, and this is from Lancome. This is their Reb'l Belle fragrance, and it is such a stunning fragrance. This is a really beautiful floral sweet fragrance. Now I'm not the one to be into really sweet fragrances, but this one just has something special about it that I absolutely love. It's really great as like a signature scent. It just lingers on the skin and on the clothes really nicely. Oh, this one it's stunning. It's so beautiful. It's so like you can really stand out when you wear this fragrance. Now a lot of people do wear this because it's such a popular fragrance. I believe it's one of Lancome's #1 top seller when it comes to their fragrances, but for all the right reason. It just is so captivating. It's girly, it's feminine, it's sophisticated, it's really beautiful. So some of the notes within this fragrance is orange blossom, which you definitely get a good whiff of when you spray this fragrance. There's vanilla bean, bergamot, jasmine, sandalwood, and patchouli. There you go, that favorite scent of mine again, patchouli. It just is really captivating. Love the bottle, and again, they do have a couple of different versions of this perfume. The one that I have in particular, which is my favorite out of all of them, is Eclat, and I love this one. It smells so captivating, and again, it's a really beautiful like signature scent perfume that you can wear every day or night, because it's not super overpowering that you can't wear it during the day or to an office or anything like that. It's a very like soft scent, but still very captivating. I absolutely love this. It's beautiful. This is Givenchy's, I don't even know how to say this one, I'm not even gonna butcher it. You guys see the fragrance right here. So this was originally created in 1957, but in 2018 actually, they did a modern version of the perfume. They switched up the bottle a little bit, and at first when I smelled this perfume, I'm gonna be honest, I did not like it. Like I just sprayed it in the air and I was like, whoa, this smells kind of old. But when I sprayed it on my skin, total transformation. It is stunning. It's another very great evening scent. Beautiful for date night. You're going to a wedding, you're going somewhere with your husband, with your boyfriend. It smells super duper alluring and very sexy. So the notes in here is orange blossom, jasmine, tuberose, and patchouli. Kind of similar to the Lancome Belle. Very similar, actually. This smells really, really captivating. I love the bottle. It's a very simple, as you guys can see, very minimalistic. So I love this. It just smells incredible. Oh, yeah. It smells so good. It definitely smells a little bit more mature than the other scents that I talked about, but I like it. It smells grown, but in a very sophisticated, independent kind of way. Like, I see a woman that is very secure in her life. She knows what she's want. She's a go-getter. She's walking around with her Chanel bag. She's ready to get that cash. This is the ever so popular Miss Dior by Christian Dior. As you guys can see, I am almost out of this perfume. It's quite expensive, so I try to savor as much as I can. I love this bottle. It is so beautiful. I just love the simple details of it. I love the structure of the bottle and how just elegant it is. I really, really love this. Now the fragrance, let me just remind myself. The fragrance, yeah, it's definitely more on the mature side, but I can see a lot of different age groups wearing it because of how floral and sweet it is. When you first spray it, it's a lot more mature and kind of obnoxious, but then the dry down really just softens out this fragrance and makes it a little bit more feminine and just more wearable. It's one of those very similar to this guy here, where it's very grown, it's very sophisticated, not as sexy and seductive as this one here. I feel like this is a little bit more wearable for the daytime also, but it's a powerful scent that just lingers on the skin really, really long. It stays on my clothes for days. It is that powerful. So some of the notes in here is mandarin, Egyptian jasmine, rose, patchouli, and musk. And I can definitely smell the musk once the dry down on the skin. It's really beautiful. It's very elegant. This one, I would put it in the category of sexy but elegant, not doing too much, not showing too much cleavage. The next fragrance that I have is definitely one of those very super seductive, sexy scents, and this one kind of surprised me because I wasn't a fan of the original scent. I just found it a little too sweet for me, and this is from Viktor&Rolf. This is Flowerbomb Midnight. When I first got this, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this, because the original Flowerbomb, even though it is extremely popular and there are a ton of people that like it, I just find it a little too sweet on my skin, like almost like sickening sweet. So I really don't wear that at all. I actually gifted it to my sister because it was just too sweet for me. But this, on the other hand, this is the perfect remix of that perfume. Like, it just made it more grown and more sophisticated and more seductive than Flowerbomb. Like, they kept the essence of the original Flowerbomb, that beautiful feminine sweetness, but they added some elements in there that made it a little bit more grown and more wearable, in my opinion. This is definitely a scent that I would wear evening time for date night, of course. So in this one, we have blackcurrant, which is that seductiveness that comes with within this perfume. There's pomegranate, which I actually do not own a fragrance that has that ingredient. This is the first one. Blooming jasmine, peony, vanilla, and white musk. It just makes this super duper captivating. Also love the bottle. Very minimalistic, very simple. I actually prefer this over the original bottle. I love the simplicity, but there's still a lot of little details in this that makes it eye-catching. This fragrance, oh yeah. Yeah. It's still sweet, but ever so slightly. It's not like sickening sweet. It's gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. This is one that will last really well on the skin, and it's very captivating. Like, if you're on a date night, he'll know you about that business. So last but not least, this one is going to surprise you guys because it is super affordable, like really, really affordable. And I am so glad that I gave this a try because I've tried quite a few affordable fragrances and I wasn't a huge fan comparing it to my high-end fragrances. But this one really took me by surprise. And actually, when I first wore this, my husband commented how beautiful the scent was. So that tells me this is a bomb-ass fragrance. And I am so shocked that it is that affordable. Like, I would see Tom Ford coming out with something like this, Giorgio Armani, YSL. But no, we are talking about Rihanna's fragrance. This is Reb'l Fleur, and again, very, very affordable. You can find this at Walmart. You can find this at Shoppers Drug Mart, and I will link all of the fragrances that I'm talking about down in the description box for you guys. This is probably one of my top 3 favorite scents within my entire collection. It is such a unique, beautiful scent that is wearable any time of the day. It's super captivating, super sexy, but in a very sweet, innocent kind of way. It's really refreshing, so it's not overly sweet. So some of the notes within this fragrance is very, very surprising. So we have tuberose, violet, we have hibiscus, we have coconut water, peach, vanilla, mint, which gives it that very kind of refreshing scent, but it's not at all like how can I put this, like a fresh scent. It's still sweet, it's still kind of seductive and very grown and like sophisticated, but in a very soft and gentle way. This is absolutely beautiful. And I only have the little bottle. Like, I really want the larger bottle and I want to get backups in case they discontinue this fragrance. So as for the packaging, I'm going to be honest and say that I'm not a huge fan of the packaging. I just find this gold detail here, it looks a little bit tacky and cheap. I think if it was just kind of like this kind of packaging, it would be a little bit more sophisticated in my opinion. I don't know, something about this lid just gives it a more cheaper vibe, but the fragrance alone is absolutely stunning. It's definitely one of my go-tos ever since I purchased, which was literally like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like almost halfway done because it is such a beautiful, fresh scent. It almost reminds me like you're, you know, in the Caribbean, but in a beautiful resort in front of the beach. Like, it's so stunning. I think she just did an awesome, awesome job with this one. Oh, it is so beautiful. Like, I used to own the one by Rihanna called Kiss, I believe, and I was not a fan of that whatsoever. I felt like it just smelled like alcohol, in my opinion. This is on a whole nother level, and you definitely smell the peach, you smell the vanilla and the coconut water. It's very predominant in this fragrance. That's what it gives it, that very unique element. Not a lot of people use the coconut scent within a fragrance, and that's just what makes this a stand alone fragrance for sure. And I cannot believe the price point, so definitely check this one out. So guys, that is it for my top favorite date night fragrances. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and saw something new and cool. Don't forget to let me know what are your favorite super seductive, sexy fragrances. It could be on the sweet side, it could be on the fresh side. I'm always up to trying out something different to see if I really like it, because honestly, fragrances are very, very different on everyone's skin. Once you spray it, it can be amazing, but it can be totally horrible. It just differs between people. So try it out. Always go to Sephora, take a little tester, try it on the skin, see how it wears on your skin, and then make that purchase, because these are definitely not cheap. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Ciao.